10 Rules for Australian Visitors Entering the USA 2025. Are you ready to discover how Trump's latest policies could completely change your next trip to America? If you're planning to visit the United States from Australia, what I'm about to share could save you thousands of dollars and massive headaches. These 10 policies are already affecting Australian travelers, and number 1 will shock you. The landscape of US travel has shifted dramatically in 2025, creating unexpected challenges for millions of Australian visitors who thought their strong passport would protect them from these sweeping changes. Number 10. Enhanced social media screening for all visa applications. Your Instagram posts and Facebook likes are now under the microscope. The Trump administration has dramatically expanded social media vetting for anyone applying for US visas, meaning even Australians who can't use the standard tourist waiver program will face intense scrutiny of their online presence. Immigration officers are now searching through years of social media history, looking for anything that might raise red flags. This includes not just your posts, but also your likes, comments, and even the groups you've joined. What seemed like innocent social media activity could now delay or deny your visa application. The process that once took weeks now stretches into months, as officials comb through digital footprints. Many Australian business travelers and students are discovering that their casual social media use is now a potential barrier to entry. Number 9. Massive increase in visa processing times. The wait is getting longer and patience is wearing thin. Processing times for US visas have increased by an average of 300% since the new policies took effect. Australian students applying for F1 visas are now waiting up to 8 months instead of the previous 6 to 8 weeks. Business travelers needing B1 visas are facing similar delays, with some applications taking over a year to process. The backlog has created a domino effect, forcing Australian universities to delay study abroad programs and businesses to cancel important meetings and conferences. What's particularly frustrating is the lack of clear communication about when applications will be processed, leaving applicants in limbo without being able to make concrete travel plans. Number 8. Stricter financial documentation requirements. Your bank account is now an open book. Australian visa applicants must now provide extensive financial documentation going back 3 years, including bank statements, tax returns, employment letters, and proof of property ownership. The bar has been raised significantly. You now need to demonstrate liquid assets worth at least $15,000 Australian dollars for a simple tourist visa, up from the previous informal requirement of around $5,000. Students need to show not just tuition funding, but also comprehensive living expenses for their entire course duration. Even visitors with solid financial backgrounds are being rejected for minor discrepancies in their paperwork. The documentation must be translated into English by certified translators, adding another layer of cost and complexity to the process. Number 7. The Visa Integrity Fee, a hidden tax on Australian travellers. Here's where it gets expensive. Starting October 1st, 2025, any Australian who needs a visa beyond the standard ESTA tourist waiver must pay a new Visa Integrity Fee of $250 US dollars. That's about 383 Australian dollars. This applies to students, skilled workers, business travelers, and anyone else who can't use the simple ESTA system. The government claims this fee can be refunded if you leave the country on time and follow all visa conditions, but there's no clear process for how refunds will work. This effectively doubles or triples the cost of getting a US visa for many Australians. With nearly 300,000 Australians admitted on non-ESTA visas last year, this represents a significant new tax on Australian visitors that could generate over $75 million annually for the US government. Number 6. Expanded biometric data collection. Your body is now part of your visa application. The US is dramatically expanding biometric collection, requiring not just fingerprints and photos, but now voice recordings, detailed eye scans, and even DNA samples for certain visa categories. Australian applicants must now attend in-person appointments at US consulates, where they undergo extensive biometric collection that can take several hours. The data is stored permanently and shared across multiple US government agencies. Privacy advocates are raising serious concerns about how this information will be used and protected. Some Australians are choosing to avoid US travel altogether, rather than submit to these invasive procedures. Number 5. Restrictions on E3 visa renewals. Australian professionals are getting hit hard. The E3 visa, which was specifically created for Australian workers, now requires in-person renewal interviews back in Australia every 2 years, instead of allowing mail-in renewals. This means Australian professionals working in the US must fly back home regularly, disrupting careers and costing thousands in travel expenses. Many established Australian professionals are now considering leaving the US permanently rather than dealing with the constant uncertainty and expense. The tech industry, which employs thousands of Australians, is particularly affected as talented workers become reluctant to commit to US-based careers under these conditions. Number 4. Government shutdown impacts on travel services. The ongoing government dysfunction is creating chaos for travelers. The recent government shutdown has severely disrupted visa processing, with many Australian applications stuck in limbo for months. National parks, museums, and other tourist attractions that Australians love to visit are closing or operating with reduced hours. Airport security lines are longer due to understaffing, and immigration services are operating at minimal capacity. Some Australians have arrived in the US only to find that the attractions they planned to visit are closed indefinitely. The unpredictability of these shutdowns makes it nearly impossible to plan reliable travel to the United States. Number 3. Crackdown on business and student visa categories. The categories Australians rely on most are under attack. F1 student visas are facing unprecedented scrutiny, with rejection rates increasing by over 60% for Australian applicants. Business visitors on B1 visas are being questioned intensively at the border, with many being turned away even with valid visas. J1 exchange visitor programs, popular with young Australians, are being dramatically scaled back. Universities are reporting that Australian students are increasingly choosing Canada, the UK, or other countries for their international education instead of dealing with US visa complications. The message is clear. The US is becoming less welcoming to the categories of visitors that Australians have traditionally relied upon. Number 2. Travel ban spillover effects. Even though Australia isn't on the travel ban list, Australians are feeling the impact. The 19-country travel ban has created such chaos in the immigration system that processing for all visa categories has slowed dramatically. Australian dual citizens with passports from banned countries are facing particular challenges, sometimes being detained at airports or having their travel plans disrupted. The atmosphere of suspicion and enhanced screening affects everyone, making the US travel experience stressful and unpredictable. Some Australians report being questioned about their travel history to countries on the ban list, even for brief stopovers or business trips that occurred years ago. Number 1. The end of reliable ESTA renewals. This is the big one that affects almost every Australian visitor. While most Australians can still use the ESTA visa waiver program, the system has become increasingly unreliable and restrictive. ESTA applications that were once automatically approved are now being rejected at higher rates, forcing travelers to apply for full visas instead. The fee has increased from $21 to $40, and the questions have become more invasive and complex. Most concerning is that ESTA approvals are being revoked without warning, sometimes while travelers are already en route to the US. Australian travelers are discovering at check-in that their previously approved ESTA has been cancelled, forcing them to cancel trips or face detention at US airports. The system that once made US travel simple and predictable for Australians has become a minefield of uncertainty. These policies represent a fundamental shift in how America treats its closest allies and trading partners. The message is clear. Even Australians with strong passports and clean records are no longer guaranteed smooth entry to the United States. What do you think about these dramatic changes? Have you been affected by any of these new policies during your US travels? Let us know your experiences in the comments below, and share this video with anyone planning to visit America. If you found this information valuable, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more travel updates, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest insights about international travel changes that could affect your next adventure.